Hey guys, HowToTruckDriver101.com. Let's talk about Michael Lewis's book, The Moneyball, which recently became a movie with Brad Pitt in it. Now, basically Brad Pitt, I don't know anything about that movie or, Brad Pitt or any of that stuff. I'm going to talk about the book. I listened to the book. The book is probably about 6 or 7 hours long. Not sure on that one. It's a great book. The Moneyball talks about baseball and the finances of baseball. You basically follow this guy named Billy Beane. You follow a lot of people in the book, but Billy Beane is the main character. The book is deep with baseball. Deep with baseball. However, I like what the book has a broader sense of talking about. Basically, Billy Beane was a great high school football player, baseball player, and an overall great athlete. He basically, the recruiters thought they saw this greatness in him, and he didn't become a great player. Not because he didn't have the physical ability, but because he didn't have the mental ability. So you follow his life, and he basically makes the decision: should I go to college, or should I go to go to a baseball team? And he basically makes the decision to go to a baseball team. Starts out in the minor leagues, works his way up a couple times to the big leagues, but ends up finding out very quickly that he just doesn't have the mental capability to do the job. Then does a surprise move, which basically walks out of playing baseball and becomes a recruiter, which eventually leads him to becoming the manager of the Oakland A's, the general manager of the Oakland A's. When he becomes the general manager of the Oakland A's, he decides that the way baseball chooses talent, which is often very weird, is BS. And so he decides to use statistics and mathematics and computers to build a team. And the Oakland A's at this time, and this is around the 2002 year, they start to put together a really great winning team, but they can't win in the playoffs. But he just focuses on creating a good team that wins, keeping the payroll down because the team has to show a profit, and he has to show that he can create a winning, realistic, winning team. I think it's a great book. What it does, it goes so far beyond what it's talking about, but it goes into the way we choose, to me, government and presidents, government and presidents and all types of stuff, that we often go by what we see and not what we know. And I think that this whole book, if you go all the way through it, that's what it really talks about. Towards the end of the book, well, at the end, basically, Billy Beane pretty much achieves a grand success. And a lot of new owners want Billy Beane, and he ends up staying in Oakland. He doesn't make a lot of money, and he's kind of the regular Joe. It has a little bit of unrealisticness with it, that it does over-promote college, in my opinion, because it almost keeps acting like Billy Beane couldn't have gone to college after, his career, or he couldn't have succeeded without college. So from that perspective, I think it is a little overdone. I think also Michael Lewis took this book way out in left field in a way I don't even think he realizes what he's writing about. And he's really writing about how we overestimate what we see and think that's reality. And I'm hoping that people kind of get that part, because if you really go through the whole book, and it's tough a little bit because it is deep with baseball, but if you get through the whole book, you will start to see that it's really not about baseball, but it's really about how we perceive the world. So that's what I took from it. I think it's a good book. I ain't gonna say it's great, but it's a good book. It has a couple of flaws. After that, I'm gonna cover the 22 immutable laws of marketing. Now, this part is a business thing, but basically 22 immutable laws